Winter on the steppe. A country of serenity, with the whistle of the wind often being the only sound. The faraway mountains and snow-covered hills look like a painting. It is time for the livestock to graze. It seems to have been a cold night. The livestock's fur looks frosty. It seems like the sheep and goats don't want to leave their shelter. Do they have to go out and graze? Yes. Although the weather is cold and the ground is filled with snow, they have to go out to graze every morning. This is Ochbayar. He studies in the province center. He comes home during his school breaks. He has two older sisters and a younger one. He is the only son in his family. Getting the livestock out to graze in the morning is his responsibility. This is Bang Huyek. He is 5 years old. He came from Ulaanbaatar with his grandparents last night. He looks like a countryside boy. Wow! Look at his clothes and doll. These are Mongolian boots. Thanks to their felt lining, they are very warm. It seems like he's loving the herding. This is Chimek. She's 2. She is Ochbayar's sister. Is she cold? She got left behind by the others, but keeps following her brother. This man is Jarantai. He is Ochbayar's father. He is one of the thousands of herder nomads doing animal husbandry and living in the vast expanses of Mongolia. Last autumn, he moved to Tuv Province from the Tuv Province with his family and is wintering here. He took 300 kilometers of journey to winter in a place where the ground is rich in grass even during the winter. When spring comes, they will move back to Gobi. Tomorrow is Tsagaan Sar, the Lunar New Year holiday. To celebrate the Lunar New Year together, his parents and in-laws came from Ulaanbaatar city and Tuv Province. Jarantai is happy about celebrating Tsagaan Sar with his parents and many other people. The kids are going back home after taking the livestock out to graze. Chimek seems tired. Ochbayar carried his sister on his back. He takes care of his sister, who follows him everywhere. Although Bang Huyek is a bit cold, he doesn't seem to care. The kids are growing patient and strong in the cold. Jarantai is going to find his horses. His horses surely aren't lost. They are grazing somewhere in this vast area. Herders prefer riding the newly chosen strong horses for the Lunar New Year. That is why he's going to look for his horses today. Except for wolves, there is no danger for the horses. Sometimes, herders spend the whole day looking for their horses. Not all the livestock are out to graze. Some sheep and goats are left in the shelter. The livestock that are too weak to go out and graze are kept in the shelter and fed there. Feeding them is one of Ochbayar's duties. The herders collect forage for the livestock before the winter snowfall. That's how they manage to keep the weak livestock alive during winter when grass is scarce. The feed should be well distributed when put onto the ground. That will help more livestock to get fat. The sheep and goats wait for the shelter door to open. They know they are about to be fed. As soon as the door opens, they run out. They are gathered around the feed poured out by Otchbuyer. They try to eat before the others. Some cannot get their heads in, so they run around the other animals. Some try to jump on top of each other. Tomorrow is the Lunar New Year. Otchbuyer is also happy to celebrate the holiday with his grandparents. This is Otchbuyer's maternal grandfather Orstomer. He came from Tuv Province with his wife. The most honored item on the Tsagaan Sar table is the oats, a whole sheep's back with its fatty tail. On the eve Tsagaan Sar, Otchbuyer is helping his grandfather to boil it.
Одоо ингээд хэдэн цаг жигнэх вэ?
За миний хөө том ууцуул нэг 2 цаг хөө чанан жижиг ууцуул нэг цаг 30 минут чанаал махчин болно да.
Оо яагаад дээгүүр нь ингэж
энэ нэг уур гарахгүй гэж махчин хурдан болно гэж битүүлж байгаа миний хөө. За. Одоо тэгээ сайхан шүлийн услахтаа зэрэг миний хөө цагаан хараараа.
This man is Otchbuyer's paternal grandfather, Orotol, and he came from Ulaanbaatar city with his wife. And these are Otchbuyer's grandmothers.
Монгол улам жилаа сураад бол одоо өөрчөнд нь хэрэгтэй.
Өв соёлоо сайхан хойчиг залгаж
Хадгалаа тий.
Kang Huyeg was scared by a dog and is crying.
Нохоно салдахгүй л нохо хазж та гөлгөө харамлдаг жоохон гөлгөө хүүхдээ харамлдаг.
Jarantai was named the best herder of 2019. The name of his prize is written on this red ribbon. Buddhist paintings and idols are placed in a position of honor and oil lamps are ready to be lit. It's a tradition to light oil lamps on the eve of Tsagaan Sar. Jarantai met a man wintering in the area.
Мал уран дэгтэй.
За уран ба.
За ямар мал дэвж байна?
Адуун дэвж байна.
За.
Халиа адахтай адуу.
Халиа адахтай адуу энэ сүүжийн даваан дээр байна.
За.
Тэ.
93 хоногоос харагдахгүй л.
За.
Зарах шатнараа шигшнаа.
In the countryside, herders are well aware of each other's livestock. If the owner is looking for their livestock, they tell each other. Ochbayr is about to clean the livestock shelter with his sister. His sister's name is Ingtol. He studies in Ulaanbaatar. She came to the countryside for the holidays. Bitung is the last day of the year that's coming to an end. On this day, Mongolians try to keep everything nice. Not only the inside of their home, but also the outside has to be cleaned well.
Mẹ, cho tụi mình cho con chú. Nát thì thì cái chú bớt chân mặt cái 이 시대군 혼자 있었고. 자, 치르르. 야라. 치르르. 안아들어. 치르. 야라.
After cleaning the shelter, Ochbayr has some free time. He will spend this time playing with the other children. It seems like Kang Hoyek wants to wrestle. Mongolians start wrestling at a young age. Mongolians dress in national costumes for Tsagaan Sar. On the eve of the Lunar New Year, women finish sewing new dell and clothes and start preparing for the holiday. Ochbayr and Chimik's mother has finished sewing new clothes for them. Children wait excitedly for Tsagaan Sar. One of the reasons why is the new clothes they receive. Mom is blessing the new clothes. This means that even when the new clothes are old, the person wearing them will forever be happy. It is time to get the boiled oats out. This is cooked very nicely after being boiled for 2 hours. This is a sheep oats, the most respected dish on the Tsagaan Sar table. Look at the soup. The skin peels easily. Ingtol carefully watches as his grandpa prepares meat. Does she want to eat a piece?
тавьдгүй махана болохтой зэргийн хэдэн 6 богийн хаврын тавьдгүй юм битүүлхэн дээр.
Another important meal for the holiday is boz. On the eve of Tsagaan Sar, people eat boz as well. Ochbayr's grandmother is preparing the meat for tonight's boz. It is already midday. Kindergartners sleep at this time of the day. Before sunset, Jarantai finds his horses. Jarantai is heading home with his horses. The horses, running through snow, look magnificent. Look at these medals. This is a horse riding award. Jarantai must be a famous horse trainer, as Mongolians respect their horses. The horse riding awards are placed in the high position. The livestock are coming back from grazing. Ochbayr is bringing them close to their shelter. The light of the setting sun, a little boy riding a horse, and animals. The serenity of the countryside is felt fully in this moment. Jarantai brought some of his horses just outside of his home. Now he will choose his horses for tomorrow. Horses are caught using a lasso pole. Oh, almost had it. Done. Mongolia is a country of horses. We can see how much Mongolians respect their horses from the horse image on the state emblem. Jarantai caught 4 horses to ride for Tsagaan Sar. Do you think Mongolians decorate only themselves for the Lunar New Year? No. They even cut their horses' manes. Certain skills are needed to do it properly. It will look bad if you don't cut it the right way. The sun is setting on the land covered with snow. This is the last sunset of the year. Tomorrow, the New Year's sun will rise. While his wife makes tea, Jarantai is setting the holiday table with his father-in-law. He is setting down the meat that was boiled in the afternoon. He has to adhere to some rituals. It's important to place the pieces of meat in the right place. When it gets dark outside, the sheep and goats go into their shelter. The oats and dairy products have been set. They are arranging the dried curd in a stack of 9 layers. It has to be done evenly. What a challenging task. It is filled with arrol, dried curd, and fried bread. It is also decorated with small pieces of arrol, sugar cubes, and candy. Now, the festive holiday table is ready.
Tsagaan Sарын бэрэлдээ сайхан шүү. Энэ жил хэн төрүүлэх юм баг?
Ochbayr's mother and grandmother are still preparing the bowls. Little Chimig wants to help them. Look at the way she's rolling out the dough.
За одоо эмээ болсон. За одоо эмээтэй гуртаа өгч. Эмээтэй өг элийг.
Арга энэ дээр тавьчихо.
Tomorrow, Jarantai will put this exquisite silver saddle on his horse. He has to prepare his horse decorations on the evening of Bitun. The housewife filled the jar with arak. National wrestling tournament starts on the evening of the Lunar New Year's Eve.
Оюун бол дээр. Ер нь барилдахыг хөвөлөө.
Bitun's main dish, balls, is ready. Wow, how delicious it must be! She enjoys wearing her dad's hat. Various types of salads are made to eat with boats. Inktoll made potato salad this time. It is customary for neighbors to visit the elders in the evening of Bitun. They treat the guests, the arak and food, and discuss about their current stats and livestock.
За дараагаар сайхан битүүрч байна.
Сайхан битүүрч байна. Сайхан битүүрч байна уу?
Сайхан битүүрч байна.
Өдөр халтаа өргөдөг. За хүмүүн уутаа хашиж халтаа өргөдөг.
Таглахыг тэгэхээр тоол ёо энийг дөрвөө өгч ястай.
Inside, there are warmth, guests, delicious food, laughs and giggles. Outside, there are animals, clear sky, thousands of stars, and quietness. Such a magical evening can't be found anywhere else. The sun rises on the first day of the Lunar New Year. It looks very beautiful. Men are seeing the sunrise of the Lunar New Year on the mountain peak. They also whisper their wishes to the sun. They pray for the nature, and herders' lives are linked with nature. They regard the earth as a living creature and treat it with great respect. The greeting starts. Everyone has to greet the older person in the household. Everyone in the family greets with each other, but a wife and a husband don't greet each other. Kids greet their grandparents first, and then their parents and their older siblings. The younger ones put their arms under the older ones' elbows with hadag, and the elders say words of blessings and kiss their cheeks.
их эрдэмтэн болоорой. Эндээ мохно. Их эрдэмтэн болоорой. Эндээ мөрвэн. Их эрдэмтэн болоорой. Эндээ мохно. Сайхан шинжлээ. Шинжил гарсаар би ямархан сайн байна уу? Сайн байна. Шинжил гараа би сайн сургамд байна уу? Энд байна. Онцгцаар жоо.
After the greetings, they exchange snap bottles. This time they ask each other's health and talk about weather and their livestock.
Сайхан
Сайхан шинжлээ. Шинжилдээ би ямархан сайн байна уу?
шинжил гарсаар таны бие сайн байна уу?
Сайн байна. Онцгцаар жоо тархан сайхан хаварч байна уу?
First visitors are here. They left Ulaanbaatar early in the morning to greet the elders here.
Амроо нөө та.
Эндээ амруу.
Амройно.
За яваарай одоо мамсуулаарай.
Өгөөтэй.
Амарвэнүүгээ.
Авар вайлу.
Жамбастай амарвэнүүгээ.
You have to treat your visitors to dairy products first. That's why arag is being given. The kids greet each other as well. Kids wait for the Lunar New Year excitedly. Guess what makes they so happy? The gifts, for sure. The grandmother gave them gifts. It is time to visit another place. They have to prepare the horses first. Jarantai brought his wife, daughter and son to visit the elders in the neighborhood. Their national costumes and the newly chosen horses are their pride. They look cool. Yes, the Lunar New Year is bringing spring to the steppes. Soon, the livestock will give births. Herders' lives continue happily.